Alrighty then. Something a little different tonight. It is the end of the iRacing week, and we have done what we wanted to do. A couple of good ones, a couple of horrible ones. Last VLN round for this year as well. So this has been a very Nürburgring heavy week, I have to say, with VLN and the Roof GT3 Cup also being at the Nordschleife. So today we are in Assetto Corsa. Unpack that old bastard to do a little historic race here in a Lotus 72D. Now this beast is quite different to the 79 I'm usually driving in iRacing. The 79 has ground effects, whereas this guy here has none of that. Very tiny wings compared to modern F1 cars. No ground effects. This is kind of a slidey beast. But the the downforce is not really a lot to. Sorry, let's start this again. So there's not enough downforce here to really feel comfortable in a place like this. So there's a whole bunch of power in the engines behind me here, and wielding that thing through the Nordschleife is challenging. So it is absolutely no chance in hell I'm actually going to finish this race, I don't think. I've been trying to start a few with little luck, so I can choose between spectacular and dying, and potentially drive 1 or 2 laps without any issues while being super careful. We're doing today manual transmission with the H shifter, something I usually also don't do in the Lotus 79 because it's just too hard to be competitive. I don't have years and years of heel and toe experience, but tonight we're going to try. And we're going to see what we can do in a 6-lap race here. It's very optimistic. I'm probably not going to finish this, but I'm trying to go as long as I possibly can. And with that being said, we're about to get going. We're on the hard compound, and we packed the thing full of fuel. Obviously no pit stops back in that era. Also no spotters or any other sort of communication, so crew chief is off tonight, which means I'm going to have to rely on these two babies here and my eyeballs. So here we go. First gear's in. Rev it up there. Wheel spin is faster than no wheel spin. Now the AI have a habit of doing all sorts of nasty things, especially down here at the Tiergarten. So we're going to be very careful. Well, we also managed to get on the grass. Relatively tame start by the AI, I have to say. That's going to be a lot of one-hand driving tonight. Also, there's no power steering, so force feedback is set to manly settings. Ooh. Track limits, also not that much of a thing back then. I like doing this stuff in Assetto Corsa because you're not getting impeded by any built-in penalty systems like in iRacing. So you can see through the slow corner the thing doesn't want to turn. I even added a little wing here to the default setup. Oh, getting bumped already from the back. Have to be very gentle on the acceleration. Short shift out of many corners here, otherwise you're just gonna wheel spin the crap out of the thing. What's really nice is that you can go and shift down to second gear directly. So down 2 gears here, blip the thing, heel and toe it. One-handed sideways, why not? Okay, and we're on the old track now, Hatzenbach. This is the VLN setup, as you may have noticed. Just thought, because we did that this weekend in the VLN, it actually does make sense. Plus, if you want to run a little bit more than the usual 24 grid positions, you kind of have to switch to this mod, which allows up to 101. Obviously, the PC's gonna die if you try this. Okay, let's see if we can get a good acceleration out of here. Up to Flugplatz. We're actually gonna catch some air here. Car's getting really, really light. Press the brakes just before the crest there. A guy following me here quite tightly. AI strength is at 100% with a little variation. And the usual mayhem in Schwedenkreuz. Oi. Ooh. Holy crap. Alright. Loads of freebies here. That's worse than I've seen in previous attempts. Okay, down in the compression, down 1 gear, blip it, down 2 gears. There's just simply no cornering speed in these things. Plenty of power out of the corner, but you don't know exactly where to put it. It's not all going into speed, some of it goes into heat and smoke. Alright. Up to third here. Coast through. Trail brake into hit miss, miss hit miss. It's a lot of trail braking you have to do in this car to rotate it. Short shift out of here. Even then the wheel spin is kind of overwhelming. Okay, off camber corner here. Another little compression. And the usual slidiness out of this corner. And Lauda Links, which is full. Ooh, smoke here. Down to the Bergwerk in second. Try to get a good exit. Should be a bit more gentle on the throttle there. And all of this is pretty much full. Into top gear now. Now the Moodkurve, we're going to have to go back down to fourth. Good enough. Guess we're catching the guys up front a little bit. Whee. Now the carousel is extraordinarily slippy. No way I can take it with the same amount of speed, like for example with the Ferrari GT3 in iRacing. Holy crap, very bumpy as well in this version. The AI doesn't fare much better. A little lift here. Down to second for Hohe Acht. Don't hit any of the curbs, you'll die. Could go to first here. Stay in second because it's very bumpy on the exit. Miss the apex here. grab a curb or two. Apparently we're switching on the lights. Nope, not first. Ah, yikes. Grab a gear and go. Not sure if we have any damage from that. Really should have. Alternating here between left and right foot braking. So staying in second here so I can keep my left foot on the brakes. So I might need it. Little tap on the brakes here. Sideways down to Belov S. Holy shit. And kill the transmission while we're at it. Very easy to do. Okay, small carousel here. Coast through in second. Probably try first. Stay in third here for the Galgenkopf. Doesn't want to turn. Okay, and that's almost one lap done. Döttinger Höhe. Top gear again, up to 270, 280. So that's just a tad faster than the GT3 cars these days. But there's a good 50 years difference between those two cars, so this is better. Down to Tiergarten, probably not going to be able to take it full. Coasting, coasting, coasting. Directly to second, first gear. Baby it out of the chicane. There you go, survived one lap. Whew. Bit late here, even though short shifted directly to second. In theory that should reduce the braking distance because there's a whole bunch more engine braking going on. So it just simply doesn't want to move in these slow corners here. And we're up to sixth. I think the tires are warm enough and we burned a little fuel. Seems to be starting to turn in a little better. Still pushy like hell. So the cornering speed is probably slower than GT3, but we have a little bit of an edge on the straight and the acceleration as well. A bit late. I should invest in a camera to show you the whole action on the pedals and the shifter. With the shifter you can see in-game. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Through there. Brakes are vastly worse than in modern cars, obviously. Killing the transmission again. Braking here, switch the pedals. More shenanigans. Fuchsröhre. Speed sensation here is pretty crazy. Starting to slide a bit. We're on the hard compound. The soft would just pretty much evaporate within a lap or two. These are 1970s tires as well, let's not forget. So the hard compound may be a little bit too hard for comfort actually. But it's necessary. Get up to speed a little bit here now that we got acclimated in this car. Seem to be doing all right. That was a bit hot. Speaking of hot. No. It's getting a bit dark here. It's in the middle of the afternoon. 3 o'clock. Most of the AI have killed themselves. Time to release the death grip on the wheel a little bit on my left hand because it starts to hurt the wrist now. I just automatically clench the thing. Sun would be nice. Holy hell. Misshift. This time we'll tap the brakes just a tad. Staying in second for this whole section here. Can't be bothered to shift gears at all. There's no time. And in fairness, you don't really need to shift here. Up the hill. Oh shit. Look at me hitting the clutch when I should be hitting the brakes. That's just the inexperience with the right foot braking. Oof. Okay, I can see P4 up there. Not sure we can reach the guy. No idea if we got enough fuel. I'm not even sure which gauge is supposed to tell me that. But I was going by the fuel usage in the modern GT3 cars, which is roughly 15 liters around this lap. No blip. Holy hell. So we packed 60 liters for 6 laps. Actually, that's not going to be enough, is it? Yeah, we're toast. Alright. Still too wide, but a lot better. Turn, come on. Other than that, fantastic little car. Very much fun to drive. If you like to be busy behind the wheel, this is for you. Not even sure which mod that would be. It was all part of the Ultimate edition of Assetto Corsa. So I didn't actually install anything extra here other than the Nürburgring track and the 101 pit stop mod. And of course Sol. Let's not forget Sol. I kept it more or less on nice weather settings here, otherwise it's pretty difficult to see anything. Okay, that was nice. I think we might be edging a little bit closer to P4 now. If he doesn't kill himself here. No. Okay. Well, it's a very wide car, as all of the 70 cars. If the rear tires are accelerating on a curb, you will notice it. We stay in second here. Give it a little flick off the clutch on exit. Too late here. And that is death. Yeah. Goodbye, engine. That was expected to happen at some point. I just took it way too aggressively. See ya. Whew. Okay, so 6 laps, obviously too much here. Probably not gonna have a workout.